Finest goods here. The sun shines on those who live, so they say.
Goods here. See for
Okay, how are we gonna get in? Oh, that was subtle.
Here we are. Try not to break anything. Other than the door.
All of this for one man.
It pays to have connections in the Sun King's court.
The corner of this rug is frayed, and the floor near it is worn. Let's see what's underneath.
Hey, how did that get here?
Question is, how to get through it.
Without a key, you won't. That's a vault hatch of Azeram make. Nothing gets through.
We'll see about that.
Finest goods here. See for yourself. Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
Call it a day, girl. You're wasting time.
It looks like a picture of Olin's family. It looks like a picture of Olin. It looks like a picture. It looks like a picture. It looks like a pic. It looks like a. It looks like. 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 It looks like a picture of Olin's family. A lot of metal here. Could be just what I need. Looks big and
All the
heavy.
best goods here.
Could do a lot of damage if it fell down. Let's give it a little push.
Don't forget to stock up before you're on. Would you like to...
I did say not to break anything, didn't I? Aren't you gonna see what's down there?
Are you sure you're okay?
I'm sober enough, all right? I don't need another lecture.
That's not what I meant. I was talking about what happened outside with the crowd.
I don't want to talk about that. We're here because of what you said about Owen, so do what you need to do.
Did Olin ever invite you in?
Nah. Closest I got was a doorstep to help him home after a night out. We drank a river that night, but I hold it well. Usually.
You said Olin has connections in the royal court. Does he know the Sun King personally?
No. He served the court as a scout sometimes and sold ancient trinkets to nobles, but he never had an audience with the king. If you're right, and Olin's into something dark, Sun King Avad has nothing to do with it. I'd stake my life on that.
I'll look around.
That's what we came...
Good price.
Serve and they live. Disobey, and I will open their throats and leave their corpses to prune in the sun.
They took his wife and child captive.
They? Who's they?
The killers. They told him to obey or they'd kill his family.
Serve and they live. Disobey, and I will open their throat.
You think I want it this way? It's the best I can do. He's right behind you. Hi! Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man. Look, Daddy can't be there with you and Mom, but we can still have a party, right? Sure we can.
Looks like Olin kept a journal.
Olin? I knew he could read contracts, but I never took him for a poet.
No doubt now. Olin knew I was targeted. A map. The glyphs show places he visited. There's your proof. Read the last page. He writes about meeting me, and
He called himself a friend. How did you learn to read glyphs? And these things that you see, how do you do it?
the focus. It reveals the unseen.
And Olin's focus, it's the same?
The device is the same, but somehow Olin and the killers can speak to each other with their focuses over distances, and see through each other's focuses too, like looking through each other's eyes.
So that's how the killers saw you? Through Olin?
Yes, so far. Now that I know where to find Olin, I should be on my way.
All by yourself?
Leave it to me. I'm fast.
Wait. If that device lets you see the unseen...
Out of the way, Erend.
I'm asking you to help me, Aloy. I need to know who killed Ursa. Not just the Shadow Karja army, I know that, but the exact soldiers who did it.
I'm sorry about your sister, but that's your war, not...
Don't act like this isn't personal. You came here hunting the people who nearly killed you, who massacred your people. Why should you have justice and not me?
Look, I'll head for Red Ridge Pass, where Ursa's body was found, and wait for you there. A few minutes of your focus is all I need. Don't make me beg.
Red Ridge Pass, you said? I'll see what I can do.
Was down here. Oh well.
You're an outlander. Nora from the look of you. I'll bet you're a machine hunter, too.
I've hunted my share.
Well, let me give you a word of advice. Don't bother with the Hunter's Lodge. If you're not Karja, you'll never rise in the ranks.
What's wrong with the hunting lodge exactly?
Nothing, if you like stuck-up bigots. I'm known as a skilled hunter back home in Banur. So I thought I'd try my luck at both. I thought it'd be simple. Hunt machines, gain ranks, see who's best. But it doesn't work like that at all. It's all rigged to keep the Karja at the head of the line. I don't need those snobs to tell me I can hunt. I'm going home.
Are you saying that you have to be Karja to join the lodge?
No, they take other tribes. But they have rules in place to keep outlanders from... When Sun King Avad took over, he promised a new day, Meridian open to all. But it's a sham. Sure, you can get a seat at the feast, but you just can't eat the food.
Sounds like someone needs...
Maybe, but it isn't gonna be me. If you decide to go, be sure to give them a good old-fashioned Banuk farewell mark in my honor.
A Banuk farewell mark. What's that?
Piss on the floor. Preferably someplace they won't find it until it gets nice and sour. I'll be on my way back.
I should get going.
So should I.
I've got all the best goods here. These aren't goods. They are necessities. All right. What did you want to discuss?
You're an outlander, which is good. But a Nora, which might be bad. Do you fear the ruins of the old ones like many in your tribe?
No. Although some can be dangerous.
Then you may have come across what I seek. In your travels, have you found strange vessels, emblazoned with symbols of the old ones? They consist of a hollow cylinder with a crescent handle. If you bring me these vessels in sets of 4, I will gladly trade what I have for them.
So you're interested in the old ones?
More than interested.
Don't look...
Oh, no, I'm not looking. In fact, my father already has someone he wants me to wed. I wish I had a brother to carry this burden. I would rather be left to my precious little vessels.
What sort of ritual were these
I'm convinced they were used in conjunction with each other in sets. Some people believe they were used for tea ceremonies. Others think they held sacred essences and oils for... But I believe they were used for the solemn custom of shaving one's beard. One for water, one for lotion, and so on. Each fluid in its special vessel, majestically applied to the face at each stage of the rite. It must have been breathtaking. But which vessel was used for which? I have to know. I have to continue my research.
Are you sure people didn't just drink out of them?
Drink? Out of such finely crafted earthenware? Don't be ridiculous. Yes, trade quick. I will leave you. You're everything I'm not. Strong, brave, active. Come, talk a spell.
These wares.
Won't cost you a shard just to look.
Then all over.
You there! Can you help me? Can you spare a moment? Someone robbed my house. You're the one the Vanguard has been crowing about. The Nora who tracks criminals and traitors with her second sight. If only you'd use it to help me. A thief raided my home and took my brother's sword.
Tell me about the robbery. Don't leave anything out.
It was brazen and professional. They took only the sword, The thief went out through the window and scared the shadow off my steward.
Why would someone steal the sword?
It's priceless. Made from the burnished antler of a lancelorn. Finally
Okay, I get it.
Forgive me. That's not even why it's important. The 12th Sun King gave it to my brother for his military service. He was killed in battle during the liberation.
How did your nephew wind up?
Most of the old clergy backed the Mad Sun King. So when he fell, they ran out of fear. As an honor guard to a venerable priest, my nephew had no choice but to go. Now that my brother is gone, my nephew is my heir. So that sword really belongs to him, and after all he's been through, I won't be able to look him in the face if I don't.
I'll see what I can do.
Have a word with my... And listen, if I can get it back, all is forgiven.
See for yourself.
These aren't goods, they're necessities.
You saw the thief make a run for it?
My back was to the wall, you see? Wasn't expecting someone to crawl out the... He ran past me, dressed in gray, clutching the sword.
You'll regret not stopping when you're in the thick of it. Check out these wares.
Only the finest goods here. See for yourself.
Fine goods for a fair price.
I told you...
Drops of blood bleeding away.
Don't pass up these goods. So many of our friends did.
More blood. I'm still on the trail.
The longer this split with the shadow cards last.
Only the finest. See for yourself. Don't pass up these goods. Buy what you need, leave the rest.
Some Oseram is building a mansion that will block my view.
Buy what you need.
Could you spare a moment?
What did you want to talk about?
You were an outlander, no? An adventurer. Speaking of which, I wonder if you've come... Other blossoms grow around them, and if you bring me...
You said you were...
Just so. I made my name...
So what happened?
Love happened, my sweet. My paramour frets too much when I venture out. So now I collect flowers for those without such bond.
Is it worth it?
Of course. Freedom is...
These metal flowers.
No one knows. But some say they began sprouting 20 years ago when the machine started to go mad. Perhaps they grow from the tears of the sun, for he has many faces, does he not? Wrathful one day, cool and patient the next. Perhaps he weeps for our suffering when his... Ah. Till we meet again. Let's have a chat. No, a colorful discussion.
Been all over the city.
Forget to stock up before you're on the road.
Still more blood. The thief got cut pretty bad. You're looking for artifacts.
Yeah, I work on their behalf, looking for sacred relics to return to their homeland. Then...
Tell me more about these Banuk.
Simple wood sculptures, made by Arnak, a legendary hunter, who was exiled from He left the figures near painted stones in places that reminded him of his homeland. Now they see him as a kind of wandering hero, including trade for them.
You said the king named you an envoy to the Banuk?
Yes, I've been to Ban-Ur many times, and the Wirek chiefs trust me. I help them maintain diplomatic ties with Avad. Some say they're a mysterious people. Doesn't matter if you're born high or low, man or woman.
I see the appeal.
I wish more Karja did. Anything they don't understand, they call backward or savage. You ready? Come on back if you found any Banuk relics in the water. Outlander?
You'll regret not stopping when you're in the thick of it.
Trail ends here.
Don't pass up these
Someone must have
goods.
seen the thief. Did someone run past here, holding a sword?
Sure did. He grabbed some linen off the stand here and took off down the stairs.
Better wares. Could have sworn the others.
Buy what
Everybody knows your business in England, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I met Honora when I was a child. All I remember now is how heavy her bones.
That must be the spire. It's huge. If the thief came this way, there's only one way he could have gone. Forward.
There's a breath of air from the bellows.
No sign of the thief. Someone must have seen him go by. Did you see anyone run through here? He would have been holding a sword.
Yeah. Almost crashed into me, too. He ran down the parapet here and went down the lift.
He wasn't carrying anything.
Not a damn thing. Just ran like his ass was on.
The thief must have ditched the sword. But where? Maybe he had help. That merchant stall would have been a convenient drop-off.
Nora in the sundown.
The Osprey love to mine the ruins of the old ones. They even the scrap they find up north. Most of the commoners take the elevators back down to the village.
It looks like the thief got away, but without the sword. I thought maybe he dropped it off somewhere. Like here, for instance?
What? No.
I guess we'll see when I get the city guard to toss your stall and question your customers.
Hold on. There's more to this. You've got a reputation for shining light in the darkness, so I know you'll listen. You're right. The sword was passed to me, and I passed it on to someone else. It's going to be sold, but not for profit. The shards will go to people in need.
You expect me to believe that?
I can prove it. Meet my friends at the watermill in the lower village. They'll explain everything. If they don't convince you, come right back with the guards. I'm not going anywhere.
It wouldn't matter if you did. I'd find you. But all right. I'll check out the watermill. Okay. Guess I should go to this watermill then to find out what's going on.
Go to the watermill.
Good to see you.
I pay well for Banuk relics, Outlander.
Wasn't sure about this sometime at first.
I see someone.
Able-bodied adventurers, preferably with no friends or family.
Hi there, Outlander. Name's Vilgund. Did you come to the city looking for work? Oh, good shards. Enough to buy garb more becoming of your...
Okay, stop there, if you want me to hear you out.
I only meant a well-molded woman such as you. I heard an interesting rumor about a Banuk camp. Tame machines. So I hired men to investigate. I paid up front. Well, half up front. I've had no word.
So now you're hiring someone to find the last men you hired.
They're a sunk cost. This rumor's worth more to me.
So is there any more to the rumor about this?
The last bunch just wanted to know about the reward. This camp isn't even big enough for a name up where the snow won't thaw. They say the Banuk there live alongside machines. Peaceful as you like. Keep them, use them, sing to them. If it's true, if we learned how they do it, think how valuable that would be to...
When you say valuable, you mean they'd pay you for it.
Girl, I'm not made of straw.
What can you tell me about the Banuk?
The Banuk women. Snow witches all. Cold eyes, cold... They choose to live up there in Ban-Ur, in the ice. Trying to have a conversation, it's like chipping them out of the stuff. They prefer machines for company. That's why
Then they might not want outsiders to...
Their mystic act. No care for possessions, for...
Are you some kind of merchant?
More of an
But you send other people to do your
All right, more of an opportunist. Girl. Nora girl. Huntress. We live in a world of opportunities. Risky opportunities. All right. I'm more of a gambler.
If I did look at...
You won't need to climb up the shoulders of the world for it. It's on the edge of Banuk land, beneath the anvil of the moon. And you look like you know your way around the savage east. If it's true they walk among machines without fear in this camp, well, you can't miss that. Payment on return. Can I interest you in a reasonable share of a lucrative opportunity? Who'll sell me their services? No questions asked on my part.
I thought this was a Karja city. Look at those Nora rags. Might want to shop for some real clothes while you're here.
The Oseram and their endless... ceasefire is good. Why, hello.
Lenora, I'm the mournful Naman. My apologies that we meet like this.
Like this?
In grief. You hold yours close, like a talisman. Wait, forgive me. You didn't come for reparations? Someone you lost to the Sun Ring?
No. I know about the Red Raids, but the Karja owe me nothing.
I see. Well, I could use the help of a strong-willed outlander. Then I would owe you very much indeed. These people seek to honor their loved, their lost, with their own voices. But there are obstacles. While Meridian holds its breath for any disturbance... The first pilgrim is an Oseram, who seeks to visit the Shrine of Kings on the road to the city. He waits there now, forbidden to enter by an old sun priest who suffered no... This Utaro lost her companion on the edge of the jewel, at a pool where snap moths gather. The shrine was built there to ward off the machines. Its effectiveness leaves much to be desired. And the Manuk would paint a mark on the sun's climb. A call to the machine spirits, I understand. They need no beckoning. Glinthawks perch there.
So, clear the machines out of 2 shrines and move a priest out of the other.
All I can ask for is your charity.
Naman, rituals and prayers can't bring back those...
No. But it can help those who grieve to find themselves. It can lend them strength and hope, like a new sunrise.
I didn't think your priesthood would...
If only the sun would set on our pride. Now our hoods make us blind. We whisper reconciliation, but forget how the old king's priests sang the words and blessed the killing.
The killing? You mean the Red Raids?
Yes. And the sacrifices that came after.
Why did the priests go along with all that bloodshed?
Sometimes we Karja are more concerned with what is tradition than...
Huh. Maybe the... You're disappointed with the Sun Priests, but you still wanted to be one?
I spent my whole life looking up to the temple. My brother's voice echoing in his art. Even he couldn't turn me away. And how he tried. He said, when we were loved, our robes were dyed in cinnabar. Now they are
How so?
Our robes are handed down to us. Most of the old priests fled rather than be seen in the glare of a new sun. And so we are left to wear their sins. For me, at least, they hang heavy.
Where is your brother now?
He waits for me on the trail of the sun, I hope.
You lost someone you loved too.
No, not lost. When I took on these robes, I found his memory.
I'll do what I can.
To honor their memory.
Sun King of Ide has tried to make up for his father's brutality. Give him that.
Irid. Didn't want to startle you.
Oh, yes. I heard of the tragedy that befell your tribe.
So, this is the Temple of the Sun Priests.
Where we offer our daily prayers for balance. I'm afraid only Karja can participate, but you...
Don't worry. I'm used to it. What are these?
To recognize the sun is to recognize we live in renewal. By its rise and fall, we determine what to take up and what to set aside. Offered to its pure heat,
That sounds painful.
Well, there is...
The temple looks out on the tower across the valley. Why?
Ah, that's the spire, guiding us forever skyward. Thus, sun and spire joined, showing the Karja where to build. The dawn of Meridian.
Always illuminate.
May the great sun...
That's how you know you've done a good day's work. There is a kind of peace with something.
Be about your business, Outlander. I met Honora when I was a child. All I remember now is how heavy her bow was.
My family might still be alive, and you're going to stand here and do nothing?
We've lost a dozen patrols beyond the valley. Our orders are...
I've heard you Nora women can fight. I'm not looking for trouble.
Tell me what happened to your family. Maybe I can help.
By the sun, I fear they are all dead by now. I barely escaped alive. Machines. Vicious machines attacked my family's estate. Father sent me to get help.
What kind of machines? Where did they come from?
A Ravager. By the sun, how it cut down those guards, and a pack of Watchers came with it. The Sun King warned us that he could no longer protect freeholds beyond the
Tell me more about the estate.
My father owns a dozen quarries, and he's put his spoils into the estate. Fine tapestries, custom wood...
But what about the people there?
Of course. Their lives are all that matter. My father and sister, plus a dozen guards and servants.
I'll see what I can...
You will.
Into the hills.